Hi, it's Ebony Bagley, Internet Safety and Cyberbullying Specialist. And as always, I want to thank everyone who has been watching my videos, sharing my videos, and just being supportive of my mission. Thank you very much because to me, this mission is just so important. It's so important for us to start unplugging. It's so important for us to start really thinking about the effects of technology, both good and bad, and hopefully pulling more of the positive aspects of it into our lives and kind of getting rid of the negative aspects and not letting it take over our lives. But anyways, today's video is all about how to deal with cyberbullies, haters, and trolls. As you all know, being an internet safety and cyberbullying specialist, one of my goals is to try to get us more aware, first of all, of how to recognize cyberbullying. What is it? Making parents and educators and people all throughout the community aware of what it looks like. And then how do we deal with it? Because adults are dealing with this, teens are dealing with this, little itty bitty kids are dealing with this. This is just a problem. And there are just some people that like to hate, that like to troll, and that like to bully. And, back in the day, I think we knew what those bullies were. And we kind of, at the end of the day, we were able to go home and usually escape those bullies. But now, with the internet, it's like a never ending cycle. And oftentimes, depending on the type of bullying that's occurring, it can stay with you for the rest of your life and really affect your life in some cases. So it's just really important, I think, first and foremost, to nip it in the bud. But I want to go over at least five. I'm going to give you guys like 5, 6 ways to deal with it. Cyberbullying. And first, before I even get started with that list, before I get ahead of myself, I want to talk about what is cyberbullying. Well, anytime someone is sending you threatening pictures, threatening messages, inappropriate messages, harassing messages, any of that online, it could be in the form of a message, a tweet, a meme. All those things are forms of cyberbullying. And sometimes people might just troll you, like, saying mean things to you or saying things that'll get under your skin. In the comment section below or in the little description, I will put a link for just different ways to recognize, am I getting bullied, and how do I deal with it? Just kind of like a summary of some of my points today. But anything that makes you feel uncomfortable, and especially if you ask that person to stop in some cases and they continue to do it, they continue to harass you, they open up another account to continue harassing you, or they're getting other people to harass you or spreading false or mean or negative information about you, that is all considered cyberbullying. And it is a problem, especially amongst high schoolers and middle school students, especially in the Metro Detroit area. We have a big problem within our schools dealing with this right now. And it's important to be aware, and it's important to tell kids that, you know what, even though this might seem like a real big issue, it's real easy, honestly, to nip it in the bud. Because first of all, especially in our state, a lot of these kids, and I want us to really have these conversations, especially if you're a teacher, let them know, like, kids are getting prosecuted now, for this behavior. It's not a game, it's not a joke, it's not funny. You literally being a bully, being a troll, does not pay. Like you could potentially ruin your life. But anyways, how to deal with them. First things first, I say never respond. Okay. If someone's bullying you, someone's trolling you, never respond. Next thing you need to do, block them. If it's on social media, etc., block them. Okay. That's the first thing you do. That's step one. But you don't just do that. I believe layer up the consequences, okay? Because at this point, like, it's no games. Like, people know that cyberbullying is wrong. We know, that it hurts, that it affects people. So it's like no games. So the first thing you do, don't respond, block them, but screenshot all that evidence. So we have 3 things we have to do. Actually, screenshot the evidence first, okay? Screenshot it. Then don't respond, block them, but make sure you have your evidence first. So make sure you block them. After you block them, report it. Now, sometimes Facebook, I've reported things before and nothing happens. They do like an investigation. Like, how did you investigate? And nothing happened. But go ahead and make sure that you, when you block it, that you report it. After you do that, And then talk about it. If you're in school and you're a student, talk to your teacher about it. Talk to your parents about it. Let adults in your life be aware. If you're an adult and let's say you're dealing with it in the workplace, in that kind of environment, tell a superior, tell your HR department. And if you're just like a regular bystander, I don't know, getting cyberbullied, maybe you need to tell law enforcement. I don't know, but let someone else know and let someone else be aware. How serious is it? Do you need to involve law enforcement? Is this something that can potentially, make you look like a criminal or harm you or make you look like you're, what's the word? Messing up your image, like defaming your character, then we might need to go to law enforcement. But if you're in school, you might just need to tell a teacher. You might need to just tell a principal, and maybe they need to give consequences to that student. But definitely talk to someone to determine how serious it is, because then you'll know how you need to deal with it and the consequences that, that person might have to receive. Be private. You don't have to, keep your social media settings high. Be private with your information. This is just a way, to be preventative about, sometimes being bullied and things like that. Keep your friends, only add people who you actually know. Don't add a lot of strangers to your profiles. Those are ways to kind of deal with it and being preventative. Let's see. And also at the end of the day, they say sympathize. And I would say just understand that usually bullies are hurting too. Like they're real people too. And usually bullies are getting bullied by someone in their life. And so it's their way to kind of respond or react. So, but handle them accordingly. Right now we're in a place in society with all these things happening. We see the effects of bullying. We see what it does to people. And so people know that it's wrong. So I believe in going at it, attacking it, and taking it seriously and going, reporting it, talking about it, blocking them, not responding, following those steps. And I will put a link to this helpful article in the description below. But the most thing is like, be proactive. If it's happening, don't let it fester. Don't let it continue. If you don't know what to do, talk to someone in your life that you can trust, that you think would give you good advice. You could even send me a message. I would love to help and give advice if you or someone is being bullied and you're not sure what to do or how to handle it. Maybe it's your child, maybe it's a student, maybe it's a friend of your kids. Because I've dealt with it, being a teacher and being someone who was bullied, before social media though. And I say thank God, because I don't know how that would be, but I was definitely bullied as a kid. And it was not fun. It was, really affected me. But in a sense, I think it's why I'm so passionate now and today about bullying and about stopping it. And when I was a teacher, in my classroom, I was very in tune, and I was able to recognize those signs and nip it in the bud right away in my classroom as well, because I was aware of not only the bullies, who they were, but the kids when they were being affected by other students and by their peers. So I understand how serious it is, and I understand how much it can really affect how you even look at school and education and growing up. So let's just all be aware. Let's all do our part, and let's all, try to stop it and let those bullies know we're not playing. So anyways, thank you for watching this video. Remember, you can follow me on Instagram at EbsKnowsBest. You can also subscribe to stay up with my latest. I try to do a video a week and post a video a week on my Facebook page, which is also at EbsKnowsBest, Ebony Internet Safety and Cyberbullying Specialist. But thanks again for tuning in, and thank you again for the support.